Yo, what's going on, guys? Giant Blade here, back with some more Elder Scrolls Legends. And first off, I just wanted to give a big thank you to Reddit user Gideon AI. Gave a ton of useful feedback on the deck and its current state and ways we could improve it. I went and implemented as many of the changes and suggestions as I could. There's just a few that I couldn't because I didn't have the cards yet. So there's a very detailed response that I gave to him in terms of the changes that we made to the deck on that Reddit post. I can link that if need be, but I'll try and go over as many of them as I can remember off the top of my head. The biggest additions that we've added in, 3 Tome of Alterations. Gideon made a fantastic point that my own criticism of the deck was that we didn't have enough draw, thus 3 Triumphant Jarls and possibly thinking about a Rapid Shot. But what better addition to an item deck than an item that allows you to draw? So Tome of Alteration is a fantastic card. Gideon also suggested adding Daggerfall Mages for additional Tomes of Alteration. Just unfortunately, I don't have Daggerfall Mage yet. As you can see here, I only have 225 Soul Gems, so it's on the to-craft list for sure. Additionally, we added a 3rd Northwind Outpost. We dropped our 2 cast-outs. I just feel Stone Throw is enough removal in the 3-slot range. I'm also toying with the idea of adding some Crushing Blows at some point, so that's not outside of the realm of possibility. We dropped 1 Morgul Gatekeeper. I think 2 is pretty solid. We also added 2 Rehad Horsemen. I'd like to add a 3rd at some point, but at the moment I only have 2. I could probably craft one real quick, but I'm not in any kind of super rush to do so. What else have we added? We removed our Rothgar Forge as well, and our 2 Alakir Survivalists. I think the Survivalist does fantastic things when he works out. The unfortunate thing is when he doesn't work out, it's just such a huge hit that I usually can't recover from it. Cards that are on the chopping block at the moment, in terms of maybe future changes as I continue to refine the deck. Savage Ogre might go. It is a fantastic card for when you're just at a range of lethal. You can drop this baby, give 5 attack to something, and kind of push for that last bit of lethal. But again, it's one of those cards that doesn't 100% fit the strategy. Also thinking about taking out a Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon's a fantastic card, especially its cost to body ratio kind of thing. But I don't know if I want 2 of them. But at the moment, they're staying. I may drop Mundus Stone. We don't really play as many kind of creatures in general to warrant Mundus Stone most of the time. If I was more of a deck where we were dropping creatures constantly, Mundus Stone would have way more value, but at the moment we're kind of trying to build up a fewer number of creatures with items rather than dropping a ton of creatures on the board, so Mundus Stone might get dropped as well. We're thinking about adding, like I said, some Crushing Blows, or just some additional equip cards to kind of round out our item-heavy strategy. But that's the first wave of changes to the deck. I didn't want to go too crazy too quickly because the deck's still performing decently. Not fantastically, but decently. So we're going to hop in. I did rank up to rank 10 off screen. I was in like a couple matches. I have not played any test matches with the recent changes, so these are going to be the first ones. But I really kind of like the way the deck is heading. I know we're not all the way there yet. Oh, we're in a bonus round. But I like the direction that the deck is heading in, and I really want to continue to refine this and make it as good as possible. So we have a pretty solid first hand. Hello, VexEV. I feel like I played VexEV yesterday. I think I did. I'm not sure. But turn 2 will probably go Northwind Outpost, or obviously the plays are Northwind Outpost or Horseman, and it depends on what he plays. Kind of is going to be how we answer, and it's going to be a Skulk with Ward, which is definitely rough. I think we're going to go Horseman. Hope he doesn't have a Firebolt, and next turn go Outpost Scimitar.
I ride like the wind.
We could also do a ton of damage next turn. He's going to be able to get a... I'm pretty sure this deck really relies on these Skulks to draw things like Curse, to make the finish-offs and Leaf Lurkers work better. I think that's the main strategy, is drawing curses and wards. So that's probably what we're going to see them going for here. He plays a Daring Cut Purse. Now, I could play my Northwind Outpost outright, or I still think Northwind Outpost is the right move for the future. And then we'll play a Scimitar on here. He has to hit with both of these to remove this, so I think I'm just going to take the damage for now. He can definitely take this out next turn. He might even have something like a Firebolt or Ping finish off. But that damage is huge. I'm sure he's going to remove it soon. He probably has a Lightning Bolt now. But we just needed to get that damage out because, as you can see here, we don't really have creatures to play up until 5 Magicka. So we wanted to kind of get the damage in while we could. We got Greystone Raptor. That's solid. We can take out the Cut Purse next turn before it gets out of hand. Never mind. He had the Curse at the ready. See, this is where the Skulk... I did play this guy the other day. And it's definitely a solid card for him. Next turn we're going to Blood Dragon, but this thing's getting out of hand now. Starting off a little slow. Kind of starving for some creatures. Some low-cost creatures, anyway. This is part of the reason why I was thinking about taking out the Blood Dragon. We need to kind of move our deck more towards the lower-cost end of things, where Jarl is pretty much the only thing we want at the high-cost range. Will he pilfer for another support card? He will. Or another zero-cost card, but specifically with this guy, it's usually support cards. Where do I want to go with this? We do have a Battlemage at the ready. I think I'm going to put it in this lane so it can actually survive. At this point, he has to have a finish off, or curse plus finish off, or something like that. It's almost guaranteed. But we're starting a little too slow here. Our hands kind of getting bogged down, which isn't the best thing for us. Okay, he's got 2 Sundered Shades now. He's got to have a finish off. He always has a finish off. This guy's like my nemesis. That's a curious ward. Set it up to get taken out by that next turn. Draw another Horseman. We'll get a lesser ward on that. Okay. Draw Morkel Gatekeeper, which doesn't really help us. I think we'll play our Horseman. Take care of that card. Fortunately, we just gave him the ability to kill us with that, but he was going to have the ability anyway. But that was a misplay. I should have taken my damage face. I just don't want him having more cards right now. He's just about in lethal range as well. Yeah, I definitely played this guy one time. I know we had a very close game the first time. I think he won that one as well. But this guy's deck just matches up flawlessly to counter ours. We're down to 3 health and no answers. I don't think there's a single card in the game that could help us right now. Play Morkel here. Give him +2/+2. Still doesn't help us. Play Plunder and hope for another guard card. We will not get a guard card. We'll destroy that. Good game, and let's move on to the next one. This deck by VexiV is just an incredibly fast deck. And I don't quite have the low-cost cards to kind of withstand that initial push of all those cards. And not to mention, every time I've played him, he's gotten 2 Goblin Skulks in his first couple turns, and I've not been able to stop that. So it's definitely a matchup I want to look more into to see how I can kind of turn those tides in my favor a little bit more when I go up against a deck like that. Going up against a sorcerer, warrior. What do we got here? I like the starting hand, actually. Imp's just always a solid turn 1 play. It also kind of lights a fire up under our opponent to get rid of it. Because Fire Imp's one of those cards that, if you ignore it, kind of can do some good things. But hopefully we can get things going. I don't think that first matchup was an indication that the changes we made were not good. I think it was more of a matchup issue, as well as I made a couple questionable plays there, and we just didn't have anything to stop that deck once it got rolling.
May you walk on warm sands.
Hello, Softer Prime. Now the question is, I can 2/2 with the Scimitar here, and be able to survive whatever he does with his Windkeep Spell Sword. Or I can... I'm 1 mana off away from doing that, which is what I wanted to do. The other issue is...
Into the fray.
If I were to Magicka him up, he's still going to be able to kill it, and then I have nothing to give this guy guard with the turn after. So that's where I was going to go with this. He's got a Scimitar at the ready as well. As long as he doesn't have another ward ready there, we should be able to take it out. So definitely going to get rid of that Windkeep Spell Sword, and we will play our Greystone Ravager down, and hopefully he can survive a turn to do some damage.
This one is embarrassed.
Why is he embarrassed? I don't know, maybe he thinks he made a misplay?
Khajiit is done for.
I don't know. Alright, he goes ahead and
It has been my honor.
Concedes. Maybe he had just a handful of high-cost cards. He didn't really see a way of digging himself out of that. That definitely happens at times. But we're 1-1 now. I wouldn't really take that as a me win. It kind of just happened, but I will. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody came home. I had to stop the recording real quick. But we did win that bonus match to get us into rank 9. It's a shame that I actually had to stop recording to talk to my parents real quick, but it was a fantastic game, actually. Wound up pumping a bunch of Sentinel Battle Maces that we got from Plunder onto a Blood Dragon to hit for 21 and then finish with a Lightning Bolt. It was a pretty awesome ending. Really unfortunate, but we're going to get back-to-back bonus rounds. That's pretty cool. We'll keep Stone Throw. Blood Dragon we'll put back. Greystone Ravager is good as well. So I think turn 2 I want to play Ravager. Tempt him to kill it so then I can play Blacksmith hopefully safely. I know that's wishing for a lot. But we can hope. Playing up against another Battlemage, Saint Gavril. Let's see what we can do here.
My friend would like to say hello.
I rock Summoner. Okay. So I'm hoping playing this Ravager will bait out a Firebolt. That's the plan. We'll see if everything goes according to plan. Or maybe a small guard. Oh, clan captain. There's the Firebolt. Alright, so we made it out like we wanted to. Now, I think the play is to Gatekeeper in this lane, and then next turn I can Stone Throw something. But I honestly think Stone Throw will come in handy for whenever he plays whatever that Atronach he had is. So maybe Blacksmith is the play. I think I'll Blacksmith. The odds of him having a Crushing Blow ready, I guess, are there. But I'm not as confident in him having it after just Firebolting. But obviously always a possibility. Maybe he's going to Lightning Bolt here. Nope. He's gonna play the Flame Astronaut. We're gonna draw a Scimitar. Okay. I'm gonna play an Imp. Scimitar this, so if he kills me, he kills himself. And then I can stone throw the clan captain. This would be good to get rid of.
Do not test me.
Hit face regardless. I think we're gonna get rid of the clan captain. While we can before he loads up that lane. Now he's more than likely gonna trade with the blacksmith. But now next turn we have a little bit of flexibility. We could also play our blood dragon. He plays nothing. So I'm gonna attack first with our imp before we do anything. And I think I just want to lay down blood dragon. So now we have a little bit of a board advantage. He's beating us in cards, obviously. But next turn, we have plenty of options to remove whatever he plays. We got Lightning Bolt for some flat-out kill, Morkel to power some stuff up, and then obviously Plunder is always an option.
For all.
Okay. So we got hit with the Ambusher. And probably just paying for your 1 damage. Next turn I'm thinking Plunder and Morkel Gatekeeper. That's definitely looking like the play. Mentor's Ring, not bad. Enchanted Plate, not bad either. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. I know it's not that deadly, but it's still a thing.
Close ranks, let nothing
And
through.
power up the Blood Dragon. And so hopefully he hits into that right there. And then I don't know what else he would have in his hand. Maybe he firebolts this, and then he still can't clean that up without extra help. Let's see. Definitely want to get this Enchanted Plate played next turn. Mentor's Ring is an option. But that would be if I wanted to give guard to my dragon, which I don't think I'd do. But we got to see what he has first. But having these 2 lightning bolts is definitely in handy. I would love to draw them from Rune, but they're obviously great cards all the time. Let's see what he's got. Mace of Encumbrance. That was a good play on his part.
Your destruction is at hand.
Brutal Ashlander is annoying. That thing's annoying as well. Let's Enchanted Plate this thing first. It'd be kind of a waste to use a lightning bolt on an ambusher, but I think it's a play that we have to at least consider. I think it's a play we're going to make, actually. It's going to help try and keep this blood dragon alive. Especially since we have another lightning bolt on hand for whatever happens next. Will he trade into this for some RNG action? He will. And he's going to kill the Fire Imp, which I guess all things considered is better because this guy stays out of lightning bolt range. If he goes face here, he's going to pop a rune. He's going to get another Mace of Encumbrance here. Alright, so I could play Pyro over here to kill him next turn.
Let's heat things up.
Get rid of that. And I think I'm going to Battle Mace here to keep him alive longer. Just trying my best to keep this Blood Dragon alive. I'm sure he's going to try and find a way to kill this, or at least pop the rune. But if not, I can give a bunch of other stuff ward next turn.
Into the fray.
Let's see what else he has. We have Battlemage. We're gonna get shackled again. Assassin's Bow. Which is odd because he can't get breakthrough. Okay. Let's draw a card. That'll come in handy next turn. But that might not be soon enough.
I'll kill you where you
Pop a rune. Next turn we can pop another one, but he's actually in lethal range now because he just had constant shackles, which sucks, but good strategy. Only thing that could save us here, I guess, would be a lightning bolt or a Morgul Gatekeeper, unless he has an item.
Scales of Satakal. Close ranks.
Hey, look at that.
Nothing through.
I'm sure he has a firebolt to take care of this thing and win, but it was a valiant effort. Or a lightning bolt at the ready as well is an option.
There is always a blood price.
Okay. So this turn, I can pop another rune. And that'll bring me to 4 damage on everything, which still won't help me. I can kill this. 4, 9. I don't have enough damage for that, or enough mana for that. What's my best option? Kill this, play Battle Mage, put Mentor's Ring on it.
Into the fray.
Okay. Alright, now we got 2 guards. And I'm not going to pop that rune yet. Obviously, if he draws the lightning bolt at any time, we lose. But next turn, we have the potential to win. We also have this Burn and Pillage ready, if he can fill his board up. But I don't think I'll have enough resources to kill both of these with these guys. Alright, so we're all going to get shackled. We're going to plunder up. If he gets something big with breakthrough, it's over. What else could he do right now? We're at 1 health, so it's not good at all. I'm just trying to set up a good burn and pillage here, but I don't think we're going to be able to. This guy's just got so many shackles at the ready. That's probably what, like, similar to the Dress Tormentor deck I wanted to get moving, but failed miserably at. Okay. Get rid of that. I'm not going to get value out of him, but I want to play him. I'm still not going to pop a rune. I don't want to force that lightning bolt. Okay, he's going to draw a card. I think he's just trying to push for this lightning bolt as well. He's going to get it sooner or later. Or an ice spike. There's so many cards he can get to end this game right now. He can kill the blood dragon. Chooses not to, though. That's curious. Okay. I don't have any way to guarantee lethal. But I think if I'm gonna win, this is the turn I have to do it. Okay. I'm gonna pop this one rune, and if nothing bad happens, we win. Whew! Okay. Thank God. That was a crazy game. That was insane. Oh my God. So we're gonna get a bonus victory for that. So we're gonna go up 2 ranks. 1, 2. Alright, so we're halfway through rank 9 already. So I think besides that first match where we kind of just got run over, I think the deck actually performed pretty admirably so far. I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, if you have any other suggestions, please do let me know. I'm constantly trying to refine this deck to make it as good as possible, because I'm having a lot of fun. I really like this playstyle a lot. But that's going to be it for now, guys. We are now officially into rank 9. Now we can try and beat our previous high rank and finally move into some respectable ranks. I'm trying to get into some decent numbers, hopefully, soon. We will see. But that's going to be it for now, guys. As always, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'm Dragon Tamer Blade, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.